The 21-day theory: how long does change really take? Have you ever heard the idea that it takes 21 days to form a new habit? Maybe you've seen it in a book, in a motivational post, or heard it from a friend. The idea sounds nice and simple. Just commit for 3 weeks, and your new routine will become automatic. But is it really true? Let's take a closer look. The 21-day rule actually started in the 1960s with a plastic surgeon named Dr. Maxwell Maltz. He noticed that his patients often needed about 3 weeks to get used to changes in their appearance, like a new nose or the loss of a limb. Over time, his observation was repeated and transformed into a catchy formula. It takes 21 days to change your life. But here's the reality. Changing behavior is more complex than just counting days. Some habits might feel natural after only a week. For example, drinking a glass of water every morning or doing a quick stretch. Others, like exercising regularly, eating healthier, or quitting smoking, can take much longer. Research shows that on average, building a new habit can take anywhere from 2 months to almost a year, depending on the difficulty of the change and the person's lifestyle. So if 21 days isn't a magic number, what does it really take to make change last? Consistency matters more than speed. Doing a small action every day, even when it feels boring or difficult, is more powerful than pushing hard for 3 weeks and then giving up. Your environment shapes your success. If you want to eat healthier, filling your fridge with fresh food makes it easier. If you want to work out, keeping your gym clothes ready helps remove excuses. Mindset is key. Instead of thinking, "I'll force this for 21 days, try, I'm becoming the type of person who does this naturally." This shift makes habits part of your identity, not just a temporary challenge. Progress isn't always linear. You might miss a day. You might fall back into old patterns. That's normal. What matters is picking yourself up and continuing, rather than waiting for another perfect start. So, here's the truth. 21 days can be a good beginning, but it's not the finish line. It's more like a warm-up period, where you're proving to yourself that change is possible. Real transformation often takes longer, but the reward is worth it. Because once a habit becomes part of who you are, it no longer feels like a struggle. If you've ever felt frustrated because change didn't happen in 3 weeks, remember, you're not failing. You're just human. Change isn't about a fixed number of days. It's about building small steps, repeated with patience, until they shape your daily life. So, maybe instead of asking, "How many days does it take to change?" the better question is, "Am I willing to keep showing up until this change becomes who I am?"